We are often told that in order to speak in English, we need to think in English, especially if English is a second language for you, as it is for me. We normally think in a native language. What is the method? What is the technology of thinking in English? In this video, I'd like to share some thoughts with you about how we can really think in English. First of all, let's find out if we really need a language for thinking. Take the case of a baby that's not yet started speaking. Does that baby think? Of course it thinks. Does it have a language? It does not have a language. Language is not a precondition for thought. As adults, do we think with words? For example, if I think I need to go out shopping, do these words, I need to go shopping, appear in my mind? They most probably don't. But what probably appears is the shop or the mall or the place you want to go to. You see an image, you see a picture. You may see yourself driving to that place, or you may see the salespersons or the things that you want to buy or the shelves in the shops. These are the images that come into the mind when we have a simple thought. But if you're thinking about a complicated subject, like say physics or economics or whatever, then you can't think without the use of words. So words become essential in thought when the thoughts are complex. But when the thoughts are simple, you probably don't need words at all. So how do we use this phenomenon to think in English or think in any second language? We need to go to the simple thoughts, which don't require too many words. Supposing you think, I'm going to visit John. If that is a thought that's happening in your mind, it's first at the level of an image or a picture. So how would you normally say that in English? You would first make a sentence in your native language and then translate it into English. But this has a problem because each language has its own design, the way the words are formed and the meaning of words. You may not have the same words, the equivalent words in every language. For example, the word is. You don't have a word is in many languages. You don't have the word the in many languages. If you make up a sentence in your own language and then translate it, then you will find that the words don't come out in the proper order. At this stage, when your thoughts are yet pictures, you need to give them English words and English sentences. And the thoughts have to be simple. For example, you could describe what you did this morning. Sometimes your words may not be right. The sentences you form may not be correct. But that really doesn't matter. What matters is that these thoughts need to happen in English. Your mind has to be, as it were, concentrated with English. These thoughts have to be running in English. So I woke up in the morning, I brushed my teeth, I had a cup of coffee, I had a bath, I had my breakfast, I read the newspaper, and so on and so forth. So as these pictures appear, we need to make the sentences in English without going to our native tongue. So this is what thinking in English means. So you don't have this intermediary of your mother tongue or your native tongue. You just go from the thoughts or from the pictures to English. When this happens, your mind starts to think in English. So your mind is full of English words. So the next time you speak in English, the hesitation is far less. You can get rid of your hesitation because your mind is already tuned to speak in English. You can also think about what you are going to do during the day. Okay, I'll go to work. I shall sit at my desk. I will discuss the project with John. I shall have a tuna sandwich for lunch. You're thinking in English. And this is something you can do throughout the day because we are constantly thinking something. There's hardly a moment that we don't think. As we keep thinking during the day, if we are aware that we need to make these thoughts in English, you'll find that throughout the day you are thinking in English. English words are being given for those pictures that come up in your mind. Most of our thoughts are not that complex. They are quite simple and basic thoughts for which you can easily give English words. And as the thoughts get complex, even then when you try to describe them in English, your vocabulary probably goes up and your confidence levels, all of these go up when you decide to think in English. So this is an awareness that has to be with you throughout the day. You have to be aware that you have this important and very powerful tool to suffuse your mind with English. To put so much English in your mind so that speech in English becomes natural to you. You also need to have imaginary conversations. So what's up? Would you like to come home this evening? Yeah, sure, I'd like to come home. And one of the most important times in which you can do this exercise is just before you go to sleep. As you're about to enter into sleep, if you have these thoughts, your subconscious will pick them up and they'll be working in your mind throughout the night as you sleep. So throughout the day and throughout the night, when your mind is tuned to English, you'll find that your fluency improves very fast. Your hesitation goes away and you'll be able to speak with so much more confidence. So I hope that this will be a useful video for you. If you have benefited from it, I'd appreciate a like. If you would like others to benefit from it, please share. And also if you want to listen to more videos from me, please subscribe. Thank you.